Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch a movie here called INSEMINOID, also called Horror Planet. This was by request. Let's check it out. Hello, prologue.
Team 7. Documentation Officer Kate Carson reporting. The past 2 months of survey and research have resulted in the discovery of a vast tomb-like complex.
So this group of scientists or whatever have come to this planet to explore this cave-like system they found. And wouldn't you know it, they find some crystals of some sort and an accident occurs. This guy's name is Ricky, I believe. He's still alive, though. That's Stephanie Beecham. She plays Kate. She's actually a reporter on board with them.
Holly, what can you disclose about this accident?
This is Dean. He was injured in the explosion. This might have been the guy, and Ricky was the other guy with him. I'm not sure who's who. But this is Dean. Now here's Ricky. Something's wrong with him.
What's up with you? Get out of my way! Ricky, it's alright. It's alright.
He wants to go back out. Anyway, he runs off, and I believe he gets outside.
He's left that outer door open.
They sent this chick out to get him, but she got her foot caught in something, and then she tries to cut her own foot off. I'm not sure why. Maybe she got possessed too, but it didn't work.
Ricky, get out of my way! Ricky!
Ricky's down. Some more exploring outside. And an attack. And the other person is Judy Geeson. She doesn't get killed, but she gets kidnapped by this creature. So while she's lying there, she gets injected with something, and then this big alien blobby creature is inseminating her with his green fluid. Anyway, somehow she gets out of there and she comes back, but she's a little out of it.
Sandy, do you hear me? She's in no condition to talk.
You know, Holly, I perform certain prescribed medical duties.
What are you getting at?
Including quarterly injections to restrict inopportune
Are you
benefit.
trying to tell me she's pregnant?
2 months.
They don't realize it's alien baby
At
yet.
the same time.
Sandy's not quite right. She also gets a little bit stabby. Later on, Sandy attacks Kate as well. Some guys come to the rescue of Kate, but she is super strong. They find Sandy wailing later on. She makes a lot of noise in this movie.
Take it easy.
Alien pregnancies apparently hurt and are very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's it. Now take it easy. Come on. That's right.
Out of my way!
That does not go well, though, either. When she's not crying and screaming, she's attacking and killing. I'm not sure what kind of device this is, but I'm sure it doesn't feel good. She's no help. Against all better judgment, they still wander the caves exploring, looking for things. Occasionally coming across with bodies. This guy goes out to find her next. They're in some sort of place that does not have air. Somehow she can live and he needs the suit. That's right, she's breathing the atmosphere. And she's clearly in total control of the situation, too. That's Gary in there. Unlike her, Gary can't breathe the atmosphere. As Gary is struggling with his last breaths of life, she decides to rip open his belly because she's hungry. Sandy takes off her pants and starts screaming again. You can probably guess what she's going through here. Oh, here it comes. It's a alien. Anyway, I guess Sandy ran off and left her two newborns. Yes, there are two of them. Oh, Sandy hasn't left. She's there. And wailing some more. Anyway, she started chasing them. He got away, and then they went and grabbed her alien babies.
Lock the door.
Sandy catches up with him eventually and takes a bite out of his leg. In spite of her super strength, this guy's able to get some electrical cords around her neck and chokes her to death. So with Sandy dead, all is well. Or is it? A few weeks pass, nobody hears anything from the colony, so they send a new ship out to investigate.
When was the last transmission? Nothing for 28 days.
094 and closing.
All they find are dead bodies, so they decide to leave. But they have some stowaways. Alright. Let's talk about INSEMINOID. This is a movie that's actually pretty old school for me. I got a VCR back in October of 1984 and started taping things off of cable. And I believe in very early 85, maybe January, I taped Horror Planet, which is a movie shown on Showtime or HBO or something, also known as INSEMINOID. So it's very, very early for me, probably within my first 20 or 30 movies that I ever had in my collection. I remember watching it at the time, and I was watching it in my bedroom, and my mom was yelling at me because there was so much screaming going on in this movie. She's like, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. I was having a hard time watching it because, and she's right, there's a lot of wailing going on in this movie from Judy Geeson. We have a science fiction movie here. Some people... explorers on a planet somewhere, not explorers, or scientists or some crap. They're on a planet somewhere and they're in like some sort of dwelling, some sort of cave system. And there's a monster running around and it rapes Sandy, played by Judy Geeson. And she ultimately gives birth to two half baby alien babies. And while she's impregnated, she also goes a little crazy. Obviously, she's been infected with, I guess, alien semen. And it turns her into some sort of monster type thing. She's very strong. She can beat people up. They end up locking her out so that she can't get at them. But she gives birth, and eventually people wander out, and they discover her, and she kills them, and it's a big mess. This movie actually has some pretty decent gore scenes in it. Again, a lot of wailing and screaming, too. But some of the gore was actually pretty well done. It has a few nude scenes in it. Judy Geeson is nude. I think she's the only actress who was nude in this. It was a primarily British cast. In fact, it was virtually all British, I think. It was actually filmed in the UK at a place called the Chislehurst Caves, which I think is somewhere near London. They were originally going to have a more of an outer space feel to it. However, it was a lot cheaper. They wouldn't need special effects if they filmed it in the caves, which is exactly what they did. So anyway, the movie set it up for a sequel with the two alien babies on board in that crate at the end, but obviously that never happened. This movie always seemed to go in sync with Forbidden World and, crap, the other movie's escaping me at the moment. Galaxy of Terror, that's the other one. They seem to have an all-common thread, although I don't know if there was any connection between all three of them or not, but... Anyway, this movie is available on DVD. It's put out by Elite Entertainment. Now, this thing actually, I found out today, is out of print and can get kind of pricey. On Amazon, the cheapest one is $50 right now. On eBay, the most expensive one is $113. However, as we speak, as of right now, if you're quick, there's one buy it now for $24.99. There's also an auction that starts at $24.99. So if you want this for cheap or cheap-ish, $25 is the best you're going to do, and you better jump on it now. So anyway, it's called INSEMINOID, aka Horror Planet. Not a bad film. It's okay. Nothing great, nothing special. The DVD has a trailer, and it's widescreen, and that's about it. I've had this DVD a long, long time, and I'm glad I have it, considering how pricey it's gotten. So check it out, aka Horror Planet, also known as INSEMINOID. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Bye.